Hello everyone, this is Maurizio, editor-in-chief of embedded.com. Today I am at Computex in Taiwan, and I have the pleasure to be here with Chris Bergey, Senior Vice President and General Manager of the client line of business at ARM. Hi Chris, thank you for being
Hey,
here.
it's
How's it
great
going?
seeing you.
Good to see you. How's it going?
Oh, it's great. We're just getting started at Computex.
Yeah, indeed. Great event. So, we are at an important moment where AI is everywhere, as you said
Yep.
during the keynote. So, AI is redefining how computing is done across every sector, across every market. So, why AI fundamentally so important, reshaping compute, and why this moment matters?
Well, I think that AI is quickly becoming one of the most important workloads. And it has so many ways it can be applicable, so it's hard to give a generic answer. But, AI could change the way UIs work and the way you interact with a product. AIs also tend to be quite computationally heavy and also memory heavy. So I think as we think about AI being the killer workload, it's causing a lot of stress on the computing and power requirements of these platforms. And so it is the workload that I think we all as an industry need to be worried about. How do we handle it? How do we do it efficiently? And how do we do it in a friendly way for developers?
So when we are talking about AI, so we are talking about from cloud-only deployments to real-time intelligence at the edge. If we talk about different application, at the edge is important, of course, like autonomous vehicle and so on. So how AI is moving from data centers to device, and what this means for developers in particular?
Yeah, so clearly training is going to continue to be dominated in the data center, but real monetization of AI or adding the intelligence to the product is about inference, and much of that you're going to want to do close to the consumer, close to the customer, close to the workload, whether it's for privacy reasons, latency reasons, et cetera. So I think that AI is the workload that is going to be important. People do want to have that workload be local, and that's what developers need to think about is how are they going to add AI to these workloads? And there's so many things to think about: the performance requirements, the cost, and ubiquity.
So AI power demands are expanding, and in this case, performance per watt is an important topic. So we have to take care, let me say, how many electrons they are traveling in terms of devices. Also, which are the best, because efficiency and power consumption they are the most important one in this case. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that clearly. I mean, the reality thing is that people will say, "Oh, I get it. Why performance per watt matters in an endpoint. You're maybe on a battery, or you've got a limited thermal envelope." What people don't understand is how important performance of the watt is actually in the data center, because it's literally how much density you can get as we're trying to move from megawatt data centers to gigawatt data centers. So pretty much everywhere, we're looking at every compute element, we're looking at every memory element, and figuring out how do we squeeze out that best performance per watt.
So, cloud performance, hardware alone is not enough. What about software in this case? So, what role does software enablement would play in delivering efficiency and scalable AI solutions?
So software is huge. The challenge with software is the ubiquity, right? And you want to have a software platform that is portable. We're fortunate that the ARM architecture right now has 22 million developers developing software on ARM, and much of that is AI software. So really that portability and ubiquity is one of the biggest things that developers care about, so that they can maximize the reach of their platform.
And in conclusion, so looking forward, Chris, so what can we expect from ARM in terms of innovation in this AI era? So we are talking about performance per watt, software from data center to cloud, edge, AI inference. So What's next?
So, first off, we intend to be a leader in kind of all of the computing segments that matter. You mentioned data center, automotive, intelligent, AI, IoT, client, all of those areas. We want to be leaders in computing as AI impacts them. And then we're doubling down on our investment for developers because software continues to be more and more important. And it continues to be one of the biggest challenges and one of the biggest expenses around deploying these solutions and getting scale. So we're going to keep focusing on those areas. We've also been very big on bringing a platform approach. So we've had our CSS approach of bringing a platform, trying to reduce time to market, increase the performance and capability of our partners in our rich ecosystem.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks a lot. Have a good show.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.